welcome back to more Dead Space. God, I can't believe it's been 5 years that I've been streaming this. Like, the older VODs don't exist anymore. Some of them were pretty potato quality because I had some really bad internet in the... Wait a minute. Can I... I can! Curious about that. Yeah, they didn't have to do that. That has geometry down there. Interesting. Who knew? Yeah, figuring you know I'm here. Oh, absolutely. Thanks for the piece of Phoenix. Except I don't want the flamethrower. I already have the flamethrower.
Isaac, are you there?
Hammond jump scare.
We were attacked. Kendra's gone. 1 minute she was there, and I can't believe I lost her. We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes, and we'll find Nicole. Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing. You'll have to blow through it to get to the morgue. Get some thermite from medical storage, and a shock pad from Zero-G therapy. Should be down the corridor. Communication is useless in all this static.
Game was having a little bit of trouble with that. I was in a video file and trying to load a door, and it was trying to load a tutorial. Flawless. Gonna be a 3, 1, 2, 3. The Jurassic Park, right? I do love these diagrams, though. I need to see later if the remake has them. I don't remember if they do or not. I do like the medical diagrams. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Right. So this has been 5 years that I've been streaming Dead Space on a yearly basis. Sometimes it takes me like this year. I'm doing it in the latter half of the month. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to get going. It takes me a little bit of time to get motivated. But I've honestly very much loved streaming this I initially streamed it to like, hi, Dead Space is still a series that exists. It's still a thing that is really cool. So it was definitely like, you know, kind of doing my part. I'm doing my part, Starship Trooper status, to help the game get some sort of attention. Lo and behold, year 3, we get the Dead Space remake, and then EA decides to kill it again, which I'm forever bitter that it's EA that does it. Like, they have a franchise that literally rivals Resident Evil. Like, very cool. Like, space zombies, right? Fermi Paradox, right? There's some really cool stuff going on. And they just keep killing it. And it's so much better. That is the goal for... So actually, I did a run of Dead Space 3 twice. I did one on stream a while back with one of our mods, Nemui. And then... I'm trying to remember. I ran it solo off stream to kind of do like the hardest difficulty. I still need to do classic, but classic for some reason was bugging out on me. Like actual progress gate bugs. Like said Ellie wouldn't spawn. The minefield had an infinite, just infinite. I was just flying for infinity. Like there was no end point, right? So the event flags weren't proccing properly. It was probably just because I don't know, it was bugging out. But I mean, it's one of those things where I like seeing that. I love playing Dead Space, and I try to do it as much as I can. I try doing it on a yearly basis, just because I think it's fun. It's also just this is when games used to be art. So moral of the story, was very glad to, not necessarily that I was responsible for the Dead Space remake, definitely not. But just like that I can help kind of keep it, in public, right? Like in the public line of sight every year. Just go through it every year. I also just don't have a backlog on the gaming channel, so figured I would do it as well, just to kind of here's your Spooktober. I still need to do Phasmophobia this year too. I've been kind of lax on that this year. I don't know what dictates the locked lockers in the original. I know in the remake there's still some locked lockers, but most of them are you can get them via backtracking. Back in the old Xbox, found a spot where I could launch the little turtle bot over and over. Yeah, dude, I love the turtle bot. It's so cool. Like, it sucks that they made the spawn rate that low, right? But I'm also like, turtle bot's fucking legit. Where's my turtle bot merch, EA? Come on. I'm pressing a little too far. Right, because this next section is going to be where I firmly disagree with the remake. And I'll explain my reasoning.
What in God's name is going on down there?
I think that's precisely the point, Doctor. God's work.
Maybe the religious connotations were probably why they didn't why
somehow connected to the marker.
They didn't want to continue the series.
All you want to.
It's like Halo, right?
The marker is glorious and divine. You know that.
I love that they expanded this in the remake. I love that they expanded them
Anyway, we'll have
to get the secret ending.
You can analyze it all you want to. What are you so worried about?
Worried? Captain, people are dying down there, killing each other. Is this madness the transformation unitology teaches us?
Doctor. Terrence. There will always be risk when the
More Sonic Robot, hi. I did not see the number.
They're enormous.
I appreciate that. You definitely didn't have to.
Change everything.
And that's what worries me.
I like the light shift here. Ooh, it even persists. Yeah, so it's blue and then it turns green if you try to go back until you leave the room. Okay, that's an interesting trigger. So this is actually, and when we get to the morgue as well, I'll explain it as well. This is where the remake pisses me off, right? Because it showcases this enemy that shoots you, right? Shoots you from a distance. It also is going to, so shoots you, clarifies, jumps on wall, and then it shoots you from the wall. That is the perfect tutorial for an enemy. The remake, I have to remember how it does it. It's going to be interesting to go back and see it. But I do, part of that is why I disagree with the remake a little bit. Because the remake kind of takes you out of it. It kind of just makes it a cutscene in certain aspects. Like, and we'll see with the morgue, right? I very much love that style of show, not tell. It very much makes you think on the fly, and it provides you all the information you need. Shoots once, shoots twice, okay, hops on wall, shoots again. You know everything you need to know about that enemy. You will, rinse, repeat. I need to check on my packages. Oh, it's dead. No, it's not. That was a thing in the remake. There was a room over there. Hey, Blast Action, how's it going? Welcome. I'm meaning to, but I no, it ain't the classic. I think that they're good for different reasons. This room also has Ball in the remake. I think that they're good for different reasons, like Majora's Mask and Majora's Mask 3D, or Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill Remake, right? Silent Hill 2 Remake. I think that they're good for different reasons.
All right. That thermite you picked up should be able to melt through the barricade. Use the shock pad to ignite it.
I like that hospitals just have
I
thermite.
can hear something big moving out there.
Herb Stomp, little Necros, right? Huh? Oh, I'm like, there shouldn't be any little ones yet. I think they start with medical. I always forget this game has spitters. It's interesting that I think every spitter model in one is also female as well. The fly... Bro, how you got flies in space? Oh, you can kind of see him. Yeah, you can kind of see him where I'm aiming. Never noticed that. The boot is the favorite melee weapon. No, I like the adamantine, or whatever they're called, the extendable bits of the plasma cutter in the remake, because you just physics things. It's great. It's messed up, but it's funny. Well, you need to stop that. That was rude. Always save one power node.
You found something down there, didn't you?
Yes, we found something.
So the texts were right.
Is it
all
safe?
this time.
I wouldn't be certain of that. There was nothing divine in what I saw.
We must embrace this. We are the first witnesses.
Matthias isn't letting anyone down in the colony. It's under quarantine until we learn more.
To hell with Matthias. He of all people should know that this is greater than him, or the operation, or even the company. This is our deliverance.
Keep your damn voice down. People are dying down there.
Only the worthless
Toro still
and the
procs.
unbelievers. But I believe. Do you believe, Terrence? Do you?
Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, because this is an example of the bacteria, right? One, two. I'm sure if you looked back at last year's, like, year 4's, what do you call it? Like, year 4's episodes, I'm sure you'd see hear a lot of the same things that I talk about. I don't know. I'm just super passionate about this game, man. I miss it. I love it. Makes me sad that the gaming industry just proceeds to continue to fumble the ball every goddamn time, dude. Makes me so sad. Consume 4 boiled eggs, you legend. Oh yeah, they fleshed this out in the remake. Yeah. Because there's pathways out there, right? I don't know why he went down in one shot. I'm not gonna complain. Whack. Can I hit it? Don't. I could have swore you. I mean, it's a stomp. Okay. What I was saying earlier, I miss impalement. Like, you can, like, throw, like, equipment at things, right? But impalement in 2 was it was absolutely just the strongest. Airtimer tutorial. I thought there was a power node out here, although I might be thinking of 2. Yeah, because I think it's 2. I'm thinking of the power node just before the first tripod. Less about passion and more about squeezing out profits for the least. Yeah, releasing a minimum viable product and then building up from there if the game is worth it, right?
As you know,
I disagree with it.
Ishimura is able to set his gravity locally. Your
2 is
ground
best weapon for
force
impalement.
when you enter a zero-G area.
Initially, I was a fan of it, but I feel that I don't know, I moved away from it. Seeker Rifle's pretty fun. I will say, I don't like Zero-G from the remake. I actually much prefer this.
Exiting zero gravity.
Great. You got a shock pad. Combine that with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it. Shit.
Entering zero
I can hear more
gravity.
coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
Can't stop me. I'm the engineer man.
Exiting zero gravity.
Flawless victory. Definitely toying with load gates. Oh, come on. I just like the bubbling water effect there. Very cool. Like 3 years flying around. God, I was looking at fucking chat. I mean, being able to fly free fly is great. I think that how they procced it in the remake just drives me nuts on controller, because you have to like hit like both like shoulder buttons or something. It drives me up a wall. I was like, did I see a necromorph in there? Yes, I did. Because, yeah, like, you can grab stuff. You can throw things at things. Of course, now there's nothing to throw things at. I can't tell if I bugged him out or if I'm just not hitting him. These things in 3 are vicious. Like, they definitely got an enemy glow up in 3. In the new Ninja Gaiden? I've never played Ninja Gaiden, so probably not. Not that I'm against it, I don't have that reference point. Alright, put down the funny. I like you. The fact you have to move behind there in the remake makes it make a lot more sense, right? Because you're supposed to get the shock pad so you can like remote detonate it, right? And then you have to go behind there, and then I like how they redid it.
Should be clear from there to the
Plasma cutter this front? Yeah, I'm just plasma cutter only. I'm so used to it at this point.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. God. Get him to the table. Hold him. Nurse, hold him down. And record it.
That was Nicole, right?
I also love that you see the shower behind there in the remake.
I'm sure she's around.
Shower behind where I'm pointing. All right, we're done. Don't remember if the Guardians show up this early or not. It sounded like it was behind me. Fine. Is he not still crawling at me with one arm? Weird. I do miss the use of when you drag and drop the assets. It's so good. I love these rooms from the original. Like, you definitely run across rooms, like especially in like the last chapter. You run into these rooms where it's just like you just dragged and dropped a bunch of assets. It's so fun. No, he's not there yet. Spare power node. I mean, I have 56 of them. Like, I I hoard them. Especially when you upgrade everything and you do a run every year. It's like you just get to an excess.
Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me.
He was immune.
Hello? There. Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait. I know you. You're Harry, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help. Somebody help me. Please.
I don't remember if Harris was the one who turned into the hunter or not. Who did we learn was the hunter in the remake? I don't remember. I don't think it was Harris. I'm trying to remember. Good show, not tell. Just devolving of its, sanity. This is also one of those, because so you're supposed to, like, the way she looks back at you, you're supposed to go in, you're supposed to, like, stand here, right? Yeah, like, you're supposed to do that. But, like, it's so strange, because it showcases, like, the tempo the game's at, versus, the tempo the game expects you to play at, versus the tempo you actually play at.
Science Log Chief Science Officer Dr. Kine reporting.
Oh yeah, on New Game Plus.
The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker.
I saw him rubber band.
Still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study.
I think it might have been Harris. You might be right.
Has reported that his own analysis has...
The remake goes into it.
I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions, and we need them quickly.
So this is where I'm going to disagree with the remake. This builds on my point with the lurker, right? How the lurker, yeah, how it shot twice, hopped on the wall, shot again. It told you everything you needed to know about it, and it allowed you to retain full control. You could hypothetically, just not watch it at all. This is the captain in the original. Like, in the remake, it's a cinematic piece, and I disagree with it. I think that it takes the control from the player, and I think that it just ends up being a worse product. This is also our first encounter with the elite variant, the chonkier ones. What's that dog doing? And then obviously this would showcase how the infector works, because I guess the remake does showcase how the infector works better, because like me, right? Like I can stasis them, but in the remake the infector goes out the room while you're fighting the elite one, and then is able to infect some of the bodies around here. I don't know. I disagree with that the remake did that specifically.
And I'll contact you there. I'm going to find out what the hell happened to this ship.
The cutscenes are probably the part of the remake which I disagree with the most, where Dead Space 1 very much prides itself in letting the player retain control and autonomy, right? Like I was looting the funny over there, right? Like I was trying to look for it's the remake where it has morgue, so you can open for items. I had to remember that. But I mean, you could totally miss this if you weren't paying attention. So it's kind of this weird like give and take, if that makes sense. Like it's a weird. Technically, you force your players to watch the interaction, and on subsequent replays, it gets a little rough, right? But then you're taking agency away from your players, so it's a weird catch-22. And not cutscene like in the remake. Yeah, exactly. I like that this is gameplay. I don't like that it takes the agency away from the player in the remake. That's my disagreement. Eventually he'll go down. But that is the reservation that I have against the game.
Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod. Lifting executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship. Isaac, this isn't an infection. It's some form of alien life. We've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
Do you think EA will do more Dead Space now that EA would be bought by, or that they were bought out, or will still leave? It entirely depends on how their debt situation goes. I don't know. I wouldn't hold out hope personally, and even then, wouldn't put it past EA to kill off Dead Space again, right? But that is Chapter 2. We only did that in about 25-ish minutes. I mean, honestly, that's not bad. Yeah, could have been better, don't get me wrong, but 25-ish, not bad. All right, but if you're on the gaming channel, thank you for watching. Really do appreciate you. Hopefully you've been enjoying. I thoroughly did, and I will see you in the next one.